Hello
Hello and welcome to the Sikh Chamber of Commerce. We are live. Manjit Singh ji, actually the chef Manjit Singh Gill is with me right now, and I'm going to give you a brief about him. But firstly, thank you, Manjit ji, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ time ਇੰਨਾ precious ਹੈਗਾ. Thank you for taking your valuable time and coming live with us on the Sikh Chamber of Commerce Sikh Talks. Now, Sikh Talks is an initiative by the Sikh Chamber of Commerce, and it was created by Samir Singh. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Sikh Talks while we have people joining in. So right now we have a couple of people with us, and then in about a couple of minutes we'll have a lot of people. So the Sikh Talks is a platform of learning, motivation, inspiration. It's about human values, it's about growth, it's about scale, and it's about global impact. And on this platform, we bring forth icons, achievers, and change makers from diverse backgrounds and facilitate learning through listening, engagement, and just having a heart to heart with our speakers. It's a new age platform for the digital generation and is focused mainly on online events and talks. Thank you, Manjit for being with us. Now, let me give a brief introduction of Chef Manjit
very
Singh.
happy to be here.
Now,
Very
you might have heard about him, and if you haven't heard about him, that you've been unlucky because he is really an authority in the world of uh, just one second here. Let me switch to full screen just a moment here. While Manjit Singh ji is just setting up, just a moment here. And when we have him on live, then we'll introduce him again. Now, Manjit Singh ji is an authority in the world of culinary arts. Now, Chef Manjit Singh Gill is a highly acclaimed chef with more than 4 decades of excellence in the culinary profession. And with the mantra of discovery and constant innovation, he is held in the highest regard by the hospitality industry. Now, Chef Gill has been honored innumerable times for his work with restaurant brand creations such as Bukhara, now the Bukhara restaurant at the Moria Sheraton, now ITC Sheraton in Delhi, Damwakht, Kebab and Curry, Dakshin, Royal Vega, and many more. And he has received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Ministry of Tourism in India. Now, he has also had the honor of being the recipient of the prestigious, how do you pronounce this? Escoffier Medal
It's
for
coffee.
culinary commitments and yes, thank you. Thank you for helping us for culinary commitments and high standards of the culinary arts and hospitality by the World Chefs 2018. And hear this, the World Punjabi Organization presented him the Punjabi Gold Award for his invaluable contribution to the Punjabi community on Baisakhi. Now, he's been awarded the prestigious uh, Paryatan Ratan of the Punjab University also in March 2016. And Chef Gill is passionate in researching and applying his learnings of the Indian ancient cuisine and is a great believer in the sustainable philosophy of the Indian Vedic knowledge and slow food. Now, and we're going to ask him about this slow food philosophy when it comes to Dal Bukhara. Now, he's done the Punjabi food and research promotions under various themes, including Memories of Other Punjab, Monsoon Wedding, celebrating cuisine from the court of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, a tribute to Sher Punjab. Now, there are also various books he's authored, including Eating Wisely and Well, published by Penguin, Fire, Water, Earth, Air, and Ether, The Secrets of Indian Gastronomy, and the Indian Spa Cuisine. Now, as the president of the Indian Federation of Culinary Association, he got India to be a member of the World Association of Chef Society. Now, under his leadership, the program Chef and Child was started with which today is an annual national event. Now he was the first to have started the National Culinary Art Exhibition and competition in January 1990, and he is a former corporate chef of ITC and
Yeah.
continues to work as a food advisor with ITC Hotels. And he is a board member of the Indian Institute of Hotel Management and IHM Gurdaspur and the Foods and Craft Institute of Hoshiarpur. And in his own words, he has said he has said that in many respects, he says, my philosophy on food and my life are the same. Both should be an experience of happiness, serenity, and joyful living. Now, these principles have developed from a broad range of professional experience as well as from contact with people of diverse cultures and lifestyles. Now, I know Chef Manjeet Singh, and I truly believe this reflects his perspective of food and life. He considers his kitchen a mystical place It's his temple, and it is where the learnings of the past transfer into the future. Thank you, Manjit Singh Ji, for being with us. Now, let me get him online with us, and we're going to have an extraordinary session with him. So, we're having a lot of technical difficulty because he's in Himachal right now, and sometimes we get his video and sometimes we get his audio, but hopefully, we get his audio. Manjit Singh Ji, are you there with us? Unfortunately, we're missing out on him. But let me go to full screen. And in the meantime, while we wait for him, I just wanted to tell you the rules of the game. Now,
Hello?
here's what we do.
Hello? Yeah.
Manjit ji, you're there. Just give me a moment here. Let's get you back with us. Oh no, unfortunately, we're not able to see your video. Manjit ji, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ? Can you hear us?
कहाँ गया यार
Maybe I'm having trouble at home. Maybe I'm having trouble on my stream. The viewers at home, could you just give me a quick thumbs up if you could see and hear Manjit ji? I'm just, oh, he's dropped out right now. But chalo, in the meantime, we're going to wait for him to come back with us. But I wanted to just give you the rules of engagement of the session. So we're not going to make this a lecture. We're going to make this a talk, and we can ask him all sorts of stuff because he is the person that actually created Dal Bukhara. He is the person that created so many things, and he has been the head chef of so many incredible institutes. Now, Sumana is just saying yes, we can see him. Could you hear him clearly? Was he totally audible, or was it just me that was having a bit of a communication gap with him? If you could just answer him, if you could just answer me, okay, wonderful. And now Manjit ji is just logged off for a moment here, but as soon as he comes back online, we'll get him back. Acha. In the meantime, I was just saying that we hope to make this a highly interactive session. So what that means is that it has to be a two-way dialogue. It cannot be a lecture by him. We are going to ask him all sorts of questions, and we're going to make sure that we keep him quite engaged as much as he engages us. And in the
Yeah.
meantime, oh, Manjit, yes, you're back with us. Manjit. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm back
Let's
with
get
you.
you back on the screen. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. Manjitji, it's such a pleasure to have you with us. And, in this lockdown time, we're all curious about food leading to good health. And food can this, daru dawa hondi hai. And ajavi kende ne. Now, we want, sorry, daru dawa is our food. Now, it's our medicine. We have to figure out how we can have preventative health because of food. Tell us the extraordinary medicinal properties in the foods and how we can use food as a cure for a lot of the things that are going around nowadays and how we can build up our immunity.
See, it's a very interesting thing. First, I believe that food is the medicine, not medicine is the food. Food is medicine, and then if we consider food as medicine, it's because the food tastes better. Food have flavors and aromas. Hello.
हाँ जी manjeet ji, please keep talking. I
Yeah.
थोड़ी जी आवाज कट
No,
के आ
no.
रही है. How about the viewers at home and the viewers who are subscribed to our channels? Are you able to hear Manjeet ji as clear as you should be? If you could just give me a quick answer, and then
Yeah. You
हाँ जी
know what
Manjeet ji,
I'm
please
saying,
keep on,
that
keep going.
we must take food as medicine. Then your medicine is more tastier, more aromatic, and much more better texture. You enjoy them, and you feel much more happy to have food as medicine than having a medicine as food, because medicines are bitter. So I feel that if we understand the food little better for your own self, because the food is individualistic. It is not a journal that something is gives the nutrition or make everybody gives the same nourishment everyone. So one must understand the food only for your own nourishment and then practice that. And food is only possible to get the good nourishment from the food if there is a happiness in planning the food, there is a happiness in cooking the food, There's a happiness in serving the food, and there's a food must be consumed with happiness in a much better environment. And that is why I say that the chefs or the when I say chef, I don't mean a professional chef, but the person who's cooking and feeding to anyone, even at home. But that person should be in a happy mood always. And I tell you, in the profession is such, when you work with the positive energies in this, I can tell you in my dictionary, I don't have these words and I never use them. Even talking, the words are depression, stress, pressure, tensions. I don't have that. That's what food changes you if you really take food seriously for yourself. Yeah. Hello. Kunal, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. No, no. Hello.
Hanji Manjit ji, think we've lost you again. Oh, while we wait for him, now it's such an honor to have you here. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Manjit ji, yes.
You got me now? Yeah.
Hanji Manjit ji, please continue to see. We love to hear stories about you. And, please continue to see do that. So, see, we're loving
No,
it.
man, this
Loving
in
it.
short, I'm telling you that I take that you take your food as medicine because food is tasty, is aromatic. When you eat food, it gives you happiness, it gives you satisfaction, it gives you tripti, you know. So, but don't take, medicine, don't take medicine as food. Take food as medicine. I'm only saying that. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yep. Sorry.
चल बस आ गया ये लड़का
आगे का
नहीं
उसको ठीक है आप बोलिए
हेलो
Kalpana?
Hanji Manjit ji.
Kalpana. Hari,
Yeah, we can hear you loud and
I'm
clear.
back.
You are back. We're all
Okay.
back. We are so sorry.
Yeah.
There was a huge problem with
No,
with
no,
the
no, no. It's
service.
fine.
No, no, no.
It's
Now
fine.
it's better than ever. It's better than Hanji. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, no. I was only saying, if you take food as medicine, not
Hanji.
medicine as food.
Now,
Okay.
और एक चीज
Food as
असो
medicine.
दूसरी एक चीज असो दूसरी how can food help us cope in these unprecedented times that we're living in, and what is the
Yeah.
role of food
I
that
tell you,
food can play in this important and
see,
significant to us?
absolutely. You see the good food, the balanced food. When I say balanced food means good balance of the variety of vegetables you have along with
Hanji.
the proteins. That's very important. And incidentally, we are so blessed that we are born in India, where
Hanji.
the variety of vegetables are available, and every 2 months the vegetables and the fruit
Yeah,
changes. There are six
absolutely.
seasons,
Yeah.
as per the gastronomy is concerned. And if you really understand the food or just read little bit, you will
Yeah.
realize that the vitamin C, which is called even a immunity vitamin also.
Hanji. Hanji.
But we always wait for the vitamin C to absorb during the winters and wait for the oranges.
Yes.
But vitamin C is in most of the vegetables and the most of the fruits.
Yes.
Every season you have a different kind of a thing. Even
Yes.
the system of putting coriander, dhania leaves on every
Yes.
vegetable and every dal, everything, whatever we eat,
Hanji.
because it is high in vitamin C.
Yes. Yes.
So it is you have to understand. It is not that so variety of things you eat and you get the variety of vitamins and particular vitamin C, which is immunity vitamin.
एक चीज असो मंजी
So
जी
your immunity will be much stronger.
एक चीज so does immunity have anything to do with where we are living? Because I've heard many times that you should always eat local कि अगर तुसी किसी area to
Yeah.
belong करदे हो, you should eat the seasonal vegetables of that place, and if you move to a completely different part of the world, your body will have trouble adjusting. How true is that?
That is definitely true. And it is like you can say that the local vegetables where we
हाँ
stay,
जी.
where we born, where we brought up, and where we
Yes.
stay, and all that, you know, it's like it's getting to the DNA.
Yes.
And it's not only you, your parents, and all that. Now you
Yes.
migrate somewhere, slowly, slowly you get used to with that. And
Yes.
but it takes time. And it is important is because this uh, the body is a composition of five elements,
हाँ जी, दसो जी.
which in my one of the book calls I've written, where
हाँ
the
जी.
fire, earth, earth, air, and
Yes.
water.
Yes. Yes, the book.
These are
Yes,
five
fire, water,
elements.
earth, air, and ether.
Yeah,
The
this is,
secrets of
and
Indian
then it's,
gastronomy.
yeah, and the five these we are composed of these five elements.
हाँ जी.
Other than the biological body,
हाँ
what
जी.
exists in this world, which has a composition of five elements, is the food.
Yes.
So it is very important to keep the balance of these ratios of these five elements in the body. And that balance is only possible from the right food, from the
Yes.
local and seasonal food.
Okay.
Because the compatibility of these five elements is
Yes.
with which complement each other.
और
So
एक चीज
that's the
दसो.
reason.
There's a lot of talk about
Yeah.
gut bacteria being so important. Now, how does
You
this all
see,
tie into gut bacteria?
the gut bacteria will also only will come with the seasonal vegetables and the local food. The
Yes.
flora, the gut flora has to be very healthy so
Absolutely.
that the food can be digested very well. You see now that with the time, I'll say like we used to believe and we used to say
हाँ
that
जी.
you are what you eat. But I think now it needs to change. You
Yes.
are what you absorbed as a nutrient.
Okay.
If
Thank
the
God.
food is just what you
क्योंकि
absorbed.
because if we were what we'd eat, then most Punjabis would be Rajma Chawal. How about that?
Rajma chawal, and then no, and then how much out of Rajma chawal You are
Hanji.
able to take your body is able to take the nutrients out and
Yes.
absorb in the body.
Yes.
Unless the nutrients are not absorbed, your
Yes.
seven tissues are not going to develop and will be in a good health.
Right. Right.
So gut
Absolutely.
flora is very, very important because digestion will not be right.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
thus, and to maintain gut flora, it is very important to have
Hanji.
not to have incompatible food,
Hanji. Yes.
which
Not to
is
have
now
incompatible
coming in
food.
and if we see the in our manuscripts, the
Hanji.
top two incompatible are
Yes.
which are called ahar virodhas,
Hanji.
incompatible, and the top two are desha virodha and
Okay.
kal virodha.
Okay.
Desh means if it is not local, it is incompatible.
Yeah.
If it's not a period like kal virodha type, is seasonal, it is again
Hanji.
incompatible.
Now, give us some
So
examples
these are
of
the
foods that we
basics,
normally
Vimal.
eat. Tell us some examples of foods we normally eat, and let's talk in the context of North India specifically. कि केड़े ऐसे
Yeah.
foods that we take for granted and we eat all the time that are actually not compatible with us? What are those ones?
You see, like uh, mixing the first is the seasonal and the local you must eat, whatever it
Hanji.
is,
Yeah.
those things available. And then like the combination of milk and the fruits.
Yes.
There is no fruit goes very well, other than the little bit goes well is the mango. There is
Hanji.
no fruit. What I mean to say, maybe as a very strong statement,
Yeah.
the milkshakes are not incompatible to the body,
Right.
which we are doing. You know,
So,
the again, yeah, and
so
there
internationally, I
are
see, internationally, I see a food chain called Orange Julius that mixes milk with actually oranges.
yeah,
And they put a little bit of orange, but not too much. So that's a no-go. That's incompatible.
it should be no.
Okay.
Why? You see,
Hanji.
the food must have a reason to have that.
Right.
If that thing is not compatible, that
Hanji.
combination should not happen. That is
Right.
why we say that in the food, everyone must understand the characteristics of the ingredients,
Yes.
how they behave. And once you understand that, your pairing and the mixing of the ingredients become much better.
Right.
And the things become much tastier and good for wellness.
Acha ji.
And it's
Wonderful.
not that, from one item, you
Hanji.
have to take the nutrient for the whole body for the whole year. You
Yes.
have to have variety of things.
Yes. Yes.
So let
Now,
the milk be milk only.
let the milk be milk. Now, I wanted to ask now you are the man behind Dal Bukhara. Dal Bukhara, I'm sure, like any dal makhani, has a lot of cream and a lot of dairy in it. How is the compatibility of those things? How is the compatibility of dairy with dals?
You see the now characteristic of Maha Sabut, the urad
Hanji.
dal,
Yes. Urad.
is urad. It gives a lot of dryness to the body.
Yes.
Dairy fat is important. You must have whichever
Hanji.
way fashion. Don't
Yes.
put in the dal, have a teaspoon of dairy fat and have a dal. It's okay.
Okay.
Your body should have enough dairy fat. So that is why the dairy fat has to be put
Acha ji.
for the better digestion.
Right.
And dairy fat will be the ghee, will be able to work as a catalyst to absorb the nutrients, the goodness of the urad, which is a
Okay.
very nutritious dal.
Yes.
So that's why it's very important. Now, it is how much the cook understand that and do it. Now, dal bukhara is different. Dal
Hanji.
bukhara is not in a one portion. If you break it down to the one portion, you know, it's not more than 10 grams. The cream
Oh,
and butter and everything put together.
acha ji. Okay. So, how
It
do you
looks,
explain the
see,
extraordinary
yeah,
taste then?
viscosity of the dal is taken out by the slow cooking on a very low heat,
Mhm.
continuous cooking. The proteins are broken down, the starches have broken down, and the beautiful viscosity you get. Now,
Yes.
a lot of things happen. You see what dal bukhara is always on the fire.
Mhm.
In that, the cream has also turned into butter. or
अच्छा जी,
ghee is
हाँ जी,
clarified by cooking
it's verified.
in the
Yes,
dal. Normally in the restaurant, what happening is because they cannot afford to keep dal always on the heat.
yes,
They, when the customer order, they heat up one portion
okay,
and they add cream in it,
हाँ जी,
and that cream is lying in a very high temperature. Is not also very good, and they
right,
just mix up and they give it. The
yes,
cream is raw. That is
yes,
dangerous.
okay,
But when the cream is cooked to the degree it clarifies and turn
right.
into ghee, it has a different effect.
You're right, because most of the times when we order dal, they just give us a portion and they put a few, just a few lines of cream right on the top.
Like the cream on top. No, they mix the cream also. The dal is not bright, nice red color or that
Yes,
reddish, brownish color. It is
yes,
more pinkish color. It
yes,
means that the
you're right.
cream is not cooked, it's raw
Yes,
inside. So
yes.
that adding of cream is not right. In dal,
Only
in Bukhara, we don't add anything like that.
Samir
Once
Singh
it
is
is
asking,
cooked, it's cooking for hours.
Acha. Now there's a little bit of delay between you and me, so thoda jana it'll seem like I'm cutting you off, so please excuse me for
No,
that.
no.
Acha. Samir Singh is asking that how does a vegan compensate for dairy fats? How do vegans get our dairy fats?
You see, dairy fat, that vegans have to suffer because of the dairy fat goodness they will not get. But
Hanji.
that is, I respect vegan, I cook
Yes.
vegan, everything, but I mentally not very much convinced because dairy
Hanji.
fat has its own role to play in the nutrition.
Right.
Now, milk, it doesn't mean everything white is milk.
Right.
Milk is milk.
Yes.
Now, almond milk cannot be almond milk.
Yes.
It is white in color.
It is
Is
white.
dense, viscosity is like a milk, but still almonds. And
Yes.
almond and the milk has doesn't have both are good, but both have a different nutrition.
Yes.
So vegan is good till people like it, but there is some deficiencies are definitely there. That that's my opinion, and that's
Right.
scientifically also people talk
Absolutely.
about that. But
Absolutely.
if somebody likes vegan, you see, you should eat what you feel happy to eat.
Right.
Don't follow vegan or don't follow any other fad if you're not happy. If you are happy to eat, it will help you.
Right.
Somewhere it will help you definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, to our viewers right now, please join in. Please join in and asking us a lot of questions because this is one moment you're getting with the chef Manjit Singh Gill. This moment doesn't come easily. And for those of you who missed his introduction, words cannot describe the remarkable man that we are sitting with right now. So,
Oh,
Manjit
so
Singh
nice
ji,
of
thank
you, Kunal, introducing me like
नहीं
that.
नहीं मैं ना ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੂਜੀ
Um,
ਵਾਰੀ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ and both times I've been blown away and every time I think कि मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹਾ I'll ask you some secrets of dal bukhara but I know those are
yeah, yeah,
proprietary
yeah.
secrets.
No, no, you see, there is no secret in Dal Bukhara. It's
हाँ
the
जी
simplicity.
हाँ जी
Simplicity. And people must believe in that cooking is always with the minimum ingredients,
हाँ जी absolutely
perfected with the skills and the knowledge.
absolutely
But
अच्छा now let's
somewhere there are spices are put, but
yes
Dal Bukhara is one of the example of simplicity,
yes
you know,
absolutely
and but it needs a lot of hard work,
हाँ
that
जी
lot of care, lot of patience, that
हाँ जी
and you have to take care of the dal full
yes.
time.
Now let's come back to the question that how can the foods that we eat help us cope with these unprecedented times that we're living in? Because and what is the role that food can play that can be important and significant right now in these times?
You see, one is that it is very important
Hanji,
to buy quality ingredients.
yeah,
We have to trust some ingredients. We should not say, with the negative mind that everything is bad in this world. There is something good also. So, with that, every person, I think, now the time has come to buy the quality. You have to increase your budgets on food.
okay,
It's better to increase your budget of food and buy the quality products where you trust.
right,
That's very, very important. Rest, your body will take care of that.
acha ji,
Rest, your cooking will take care of that.
right,
But you must buy the right thing. That's very important. You
absolutely,
know, and then you cook with the planning, with the happily in mind, and with a lot of positivity. And I assure you, if you do cooking with a positive mind
हाँ जी.
and with happiness
Yes.
and without this scare of failure, like I
Yes.
was saying before, the four things will go out of your system.
Yes.
That is pressure, tension, uh, the pressure, tension, depression,
हाँ जी.
you know, and
Better
stress.
पड़ क्या रहा है stress.
And stress.
Yes.
These four things are out of your system, and
Yes.
you will be a happy man. And you
Absolutely.
will make people happy to whom you serve food. Your food will also do goodness to the
हाँ
person
जी.
for whom you're cooking, your loved
Absolutely.
ones.
Absolutely. With that love. Now, Navdeep is asking a question, कि, sir, how do
Yeah.
you introduce that burnt flavor into dal bukhara?
Uh, there is no flavor added into dal bukhara. It
हाँ
cooks
जी.
on the tandoors overnight, and then it remains on the charcoal all the time till the last portion is served.
हाँ जी.
It is there. There is no extra burnt flavor put in the dal.
हाँ जी.
There is no extra thing like sometimes the burnt flavor they put like they call it dhungar and all that.
हाँ जी.
That you
Yes.
smoke the things.
Yes. Absolutely.
That smoking, there's nothing done in that.
Okay. There's no smoking done to it.
No,
Okay.
no, 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 not at all. Believe me.
हाँ जी.
Don't
हाँ जी.
think that the chefs don't tell everything. They
अच्छा.
hide, there's nothing to hide.
हाँ
It's
जी.
only the experience and the skill you have. There's nothing hide in cooking.
अच्छा जी. Now Suhas is asking that what are the benefits of using sarson da tel, sarso oil, because he likes it in his recipes, but his family doesn't seem to like it.
You see, the people, sarson tel is one of the finest
हाँ जी.
cooking medium. And half of our country use that.
हाँ जी.
We Punjabis use for particular few dishes. But
Yes.
if you go up from UP to little up to Uttarakhand or
हाँ जी.
Himachal or Kashmir and
Yes.
Madhya Pradesh to Bihar to Calcutta and the complete East,
हाँ
they
जी.
all use mustard oil.
हाँ जी.
But they use ghee also to top later. But the cooking is done in mustard oil. Mustard
अच्छा
oil
जी.
is very good. It has a 3 omega acid,
हाँ जी.
which are much healthier is considered to be. It is mustard oil. Some people only don't. I think it's only a mindset that the flavor of the mustard oil is little repulsive. People
हाँ
love mustard otherwise.
हाँ जी. अच्छा जी.
Mustard all over the world, people love it. And my experience is internationally also.
हाँ
I
जी.
tell you, I was in Singapore cooking
हाँ
for
जी.
along with the another chef from San Francisco, American. He
हाँ
was
जी.
roasting the beef fillet, and he came to me. He said, "Chef, you have mustard oil?" I said, "Yes." I said, "What you will do with that?" He said, "I
हाँ जी.
will apply little hint of that, which will give a very nice aroma and flavor to my product." And they call it a amber oil or a gold oil and what all different names they have. It's becoming
Yes.
popular, and we Indians, we are used to eating mustard oil. Must eat mustard oil. It's very important,
अच्छा जी. No,
particularly for the
I'm
frying is very good.
now on the topic of oils. I often hear that you should change your oil from time to time because you should not stick to one oil and you should rotate between three different types of oils for different periods.
I
Is that true?
100% agree with you, and that
हाँ
is
जी.
true with everything.
Okay.
That you eat a variety of vegetables.
हाँ
You
जी.
eat a variety. That is why if we see our families, there are few things we do in mustard oil only. Methi we like to cook in mustard oil. Kala
हाँ जी.
chana we like to make in mustard oil.
Yes.
Karela we like to cook in mustard oil. So,
Yes.
when you eat the variety of cooking, these things happen automatically. It is only lately when people have the different kind of statements start coming in. People said, "Oh, only vegetable refined oil will be used, nothing else. God knows
Yes.
what that oil is." So it should. There are few dishes they taste very well,
Yes.
and when suppose you have to carry the food, you have to pack it, and you have to eat the food at the room temperature. It is
Yes.
better to cook in the oil, mustard oil, than in ghee.
अच्छा जी.
Because ghee will get little bit solidified. You have to heat
Ah,
it
yes.
then.
Yes. Yes.
You have to heat it. But
Yeah.
with the mustard oil, you can eat like that only and you enjoy it. So it
Absolutely.
depends what you are cooking, what purpose you are cooking, and which are the dishes, which are the flavors which taste or mix much better with the strong oil You should know it and you
Yes.
use it.
Yes, because the taste is a little strong. So now Harvinderji is asking us that they say that don't eat bread to lose weight. How true is that?
Uh, you see, that may be uh, individualistic. There may be somebody like that. But there are some people, and
Hanji.
even if you see the people eat food in the villages, it
Yes.
was told to me, I keep going to the people to understand. I went to
Hanji.
Ayurvedic doctor in Chennai, and she told me, you eat more rotis
Yeah.
than the vegetables. And she told me, you have not seen in your village that how people eat it. Then I observe, any
Hanji.
village you go, people eat one item, one katori, but they might have four rotis.
Yes. Yes.
We are reverse. We eat much more vegetables and reduce the roti. These are the uh, one must understand these things and practice on yourself and see how you feel it. You continue sometimes doing the thing, but continue feeling bad also, not
Yes.
good, and keep still struggling. When should I
Hanji.
feel good? Your body tells you everything.
Yes.
So in some people, like I can't eat salad. My body is very produce a lot of gas. But
Acha.
so I can't eat salad because
Yeah.
my stomach has to work much harder to digest
Yes.
the salads than well cooked food.
Yes.
Otherwise, either I cook food outside or my stomach cook the food inside. So it depends. It depends on the individual. That's why
Yes.
I'm saying everyone must try to understand the food for your own self.
Absolutely. Now, in this
That's very
Corona times
important.
and in this times of the crisis that we're in, do you think that we have as Indians we have any advantage when it comes to the foods and the different ways that we can use to provide them that they provide us nutrition?
Definitely, we have the
Huh.
advantage for any kind of conditions
Huh.
because we eat well cooked food.
Acha.
We don't eat the food or the even the meats or the vegetables al dente or
Hmm.
or the blood is still oozing out, rare, medium, and all kind of things, and the raw meats and all that. We don't do that. Our food is very well established, evolved, and tested from generation to generation. And
Yeah.
yes, there is no mistakes in it. Follow your traditional food, and you will
Yes.
find it is with the dense with the nutrition, and it's tastier, and it's very give a lot of nourishment to the body.
Acha.
So we have the advantage. And
Excellent.
now, in this kind of a condition, in the hard time, I will say that many people are saying there's a lot of time now to be creative on the food. But creativity on the food is what be creative what is lying with you in your refrigerator or the pantry of the house. Don't plan the creative food thinking of a dish and then running around in the market breaking the law. There the people are saying don't come out, but you're going out because you want to cook a particular thing.
Hanji.
Be creative. What is lying in the house with you?
But Ekchiza, so how can we maintain a balanced diet because there sometimes isn't much? Help us out with this.
You see, like I was just doing some work these days
Hanji.
and putting the things together. I come on so many traditional dishes, for the different tribes, different states, different places, but there's a great learning. You can adapt into your own system.
Yes.
For energy conservation also. You see, our food has evolved on two pillars, sustainability and wellness. And
Yes.
we believe that food is only food if it is in harmony with the nature. Because you are a nature yourself.
Yes.
And they're going to come back to you.
Yes.
You know, so if we have to see the sustainability in harmony with the nature, we have to save the energy. We have to say now there are many dishes
Hanji.
which people might not believe it, but I can give the recipes, I can demonstrate them. That you're boiling the lentil, you make the dough, the lentils are cooking,
Hanji.
You make a atta dough
Yes.
and take out small pieces and throw it in the dal.
Yes.
Now, cooking time you save of not making the separate rotis, fuel you save, and you make the atta because well cooked in the water, starches are released,
Yes.
proteins have become more digestible, and it's a full meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
save more plates and all that. You need not to wash them because otherwise you need roti separate, dal separate. One bowl meal,
Yeah.
and that is the best meal. Try to make one bowl meal this in this hard time, and you will
Yes.
learn that there are a lot nutrition is in simplicity and the simple food we have.
Yes. No, that's a very good tip. In fact, I'm dying to try that out tonight. I'm going to
Yeah, you try
actually
it.
look
Any
at
dal, you try to it. Put the
no,
no, it
no,
like,
urad.
but
It's what
in
happens
a
with urad.
fashionable way, I can say, okay, do dal with pasta,
Hanji.
you know. But you can have your own pasta, and
Yeah.
we have in our system.
Hanji. Yes. Absolutely. Now, tell me, what type of foods should we eat to boost our immunity? Which is the immunity boosting foods that are in our
That's it.
everyday
You,
pantry?
immunity will come only through vitamins, and vitamins will come through vegetables.
Okay.
And you have to eat vegetables seasonal.
Okay.
Don't eat only three or vegetable round the year like potatoes, cauliflower, butter.
Acha.
They are not just three vegetables.
Yes.
There are more. So eat every 2 months. You see that there is a new vegetable in the market
Hanji. Yes.
every 2 months, and those 2 months they are best in color, they are best in taste, they are best in texture, they are best in aroma, and they're economical,
Yeah,
and they're
they're
best
best
in
in price
nutrition,
as well. They're best in
and they're
price as
best in
well.
nutrition, and the best in nutrition.
Hanji.
And every two
Hanji.
months you change, you see automatically the variety of things changes,
Yes.
and you are more compatible to the nature.
Yes. Absolutely. Now, we have a wonderful question by Varsha. Varsha is
Yeah.
asking that it said that food, when you cook food, it kills the nutrition that's present in it. Now, what is your opinion on that? Because on the one hand, the proteins become more
No,
digestible, like
no.
you're saying.
Yeah, proteins become more digestible, they don't go anywhere, they remain there.
Hanji.
Now,
Hanji.
she's right. If you see the vitamins, now vegetables are in the vitamins are only in the vegetable.
Hanji.
Vitamins and the micronutrients. They
Yes.
are in the vegetables, variety of vegetables in the fruits.
Yes.
Now, incidentally, the vitamins are mostly lying just below the skin. And if you peel, like first thing, Varsha asked this question, throw the
Yes.
peeler out from your kitchen.
Throw the
Don't
peeler
keep
away.
peeler in the home.
Okay.
Away, throw it out. Scrape vegetables if you want to scrape little bit.
Yes.
Okay, wash them before scrape them if there is a need to be. Otherwise, eat the skin along with the vegetables and vitamins which are then the water soluble vitamins. You see,
Hanji.
vitamins are two. They are water soluble or fat soluble.
Yes.
In the water soluble vitamins, either you can wash in such a way the whole fruit, just scrape, put it closer to the cooking. You cut them, no oxidation should happen, and you put straight in the pot. Your nutrition lies there. Nutrition doesn't steam out;
Yes.
they will remain there. It won't steam out. They can drain out while washing.
Yes. Yes.
So if you take care at every step, then your nutrition it doesn't get wasted. It is there in the pot. The soluble vitamins remain in the pot.
Acha ji.
Now, now, correct use the correct oil, correct quantity, cook on a correct heat,
Yes.
so that it is not that after you cook the food and then remove the whole fat and throw out. Then you are throwing out not the fat but the whole nutrition also and the taste and flavor also. So
Yes.
put the oil, fat as much you require. Eat along with the food. Don't take it out.
Now let's talk for a moment here about things that actually take away the nutrition and make food unhealthy. The pesticides. Is there a lot of merit in buying organic? Is would you say that people should pay 2 3 times extra and go and buy organic, or do the pesticides not matter?
First, First, the real organic food, the people, you go to the farmers,
हाँ
buy
जी.
from the farmers. You buy from the farmer, they are not three, four times expensive.
Okay.
They are not. They are definitely expensive, maybe 1.5 times. Maybe some items will be 2 times,
Yes.
but it's much more healthier to eat that. Buy those things.
Yes.
Support the farmer also, so
Yes.
that the farmer get encouraged to grow the things for you, in a seasonal things, more diversity he grows, and then come out of mono agriculture, just growing one or two crops and one or two vegetables for the whole year. So you don't get the thing cheaper. So buy the things for the farmers, buy organic,
Yes.
or even trust the farmer when he says, I don't have a certificate, but I trust you, trust me, I
Yes.
grow everything natural. So there are plenty of farmers like that.
हाँ जी.
You buy from them, support them, their economy much better. They get encouraged to grow all these things. Ultimately, definitely we pay from our budgets little more money, but we become more healthier and the nation
Yes.
become healthier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, a personal question I've always wondered is that
Yeah.
people say, bangan nahi khana chahiye. You should not have bangan because it's called begun. Is that true, or does it actually
No,
have more?
I know, I don't believe that. You don't like bangan, you don't eat it.
No, I
No,
love
it's
bangan.
not you do the Sandhi Vishesh of the word, be, gun, no gun nahi hai.
हाँ जी.
I don't believe in these things.
अच्छा जी.
Bangan has a very versatile,
हाँ जी.
vegetable. So many things are made. It's so tasty, you know.
Right.
So if you don't like, it's fine. That's a
Yeah.
personal choice can be there. That's a different thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I
Now,
don't believe this.
I'm getting a private message, and somebody's asking that, Chef, please provide some more tips on how we can be creative with commonly available foods in our house. So, give us some more of your pro tips on this.
You see, if you're getting you, that's what I'm saying. First, study that few lines.
हाँ
Study
जी.
about that particular item, what you are talking about.
हाँ
Study
जी.
that. Understand the taste of that. When we talk Indian gastronomy, when we talk about the taste, we talk about the taste of natural flora and fauna in the form of natural flora. Like if you're cooking, uh, like the sitafal or the pumpkin,
Yes.
it is it is sweet and yellowish and all that thing. It is sweet in nature. You
Yes.
eat cauliflower, it is casala, it is astringent.
Yes.
It's a very two different taste,
Yes.
isn't it? Now your spicing should be according to the natural taste of these vegetables,
Yes.
and it become better. If you both cook in a different same way, no, that is not just the sake of some spice or something. I have to put this. You need not to put one particular spice which you love it in everything. You can do it in different forms. So
Now,
be creative with the thing by understanding the taste of the thing.
yes. Now, let's talk about your sustainable philosophy because I was very intrigued with Indian Vedic philosophy you had. Now, practically speaking, how can one avoid or recycle food wastage into edible and consumable dishes?
You see, the most important is one must understand managing the waste is more expensive than making less wastage or no wastage.
Hanji.
So don't create garbage first
Okay.
and then start managing the garbage. So in a vegetable and the fruits, you cook everything.
Okay.
Now when I'm saying everything, like you can have a watermelon and make the vegetables of the vegetable dish of the skin
Oh,
and the white
okay.
part of the watermelon.
Right.
Don't throw it out. You make cauliflower with the complete dentals in it.
Hanji.
Don't throw them out. People throw half of the vegetables out. It's criminal. And then they say we have to manage the garbage.
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't first you try to produce very little garbage and which is very easily manageable to throw it as a, you know, the the composite, and you can use it. But use very little, as much you can use in the house.
Yes.
You don't have a farm to use. So don't produce it. I remember my mother and I in my house this practice. We peel the skin of the green peas
हाँ जी.
shell. It tastes so good.
अच्छा जी.
It's so easy to do it. So there are many things like mango. You eat mango, make it, then cut the skin into small pieces.
हाँ जी.
Everybody have a grinder these days. Make a chutney out of his base.
Out of the skin of the
There's a
mango.
chutney,
अच्छा
skin of
जी.
the mango, and you see how delicious it is.
अच्छा जी.
You season it, spices you put the way you want to put it.
Yes.
I'm not and say anything. Whatever you want. You taste it. It is katta, put little meeta. If it is meeta, katta both, put salty, put sourness. Create the taste. And whichever balance them well. And when you like, you eat the skin. You eat like the green bananas are there. People
हाँ जी.
make it's a criminal when we have seen the people making the kebabs out of it and all that, and boiling the and throwing the skin out.
Yes.
Or grind the skin along with the banana, you will use half the banana
Yes.
and you will
Absolutely.
get the more yield and no wastage.
In this
We
lockdown
throw
time,
the roots of spinach, we throw
yes.
the roots of coriander and all that. Wash them nicely and chop everything in the food. Like we make sarson ka saag,
हाँ जी.
and I also have with my wife always a little trouble. She only like to have tender leaves.
हाँ
What to
जी.
do with gandals? What to do with the stalks?
Yes.
Chop them nicely and make a separate saag for that out of
Yes.
the gandals.
Make a separate saga out of that. Yes.
Yeah, there are millions of things you can use. Keep the product, think about it.
Can you make vegetable stock out of these things? Because a lot of ingredients, a lot of recipes ask for vegetable stock.
That is only the today's word people have started talking about
Yes.
vegetable stock, and
Yes.
vegetable stock doesn't come out very well.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't. It is only alternative found when the vegetarian soups in the
Yes.
Western world were also made with the non-vegetarian stocks.
Ah,
I
that's
used to
terrible.
cook tomato soup with the chicken stock. But
Acha.
the time has changed now.
Yes.
Now you have to be truthful with it. You can't use non-veg product in the vegetarian. To
I was.
create those things and all that, people have started using all these things, but there is no need.
Acha.
There is no need. It's better if you want to get, there's like a cold decoction, the decoction of the spices you do it. You mix three, four spices or three garam masala in
Yes.
dissolve into enough water, keep it in the fridge. After 2 years, 2 days, use that water as a stock
Yes.
and use spices still in the cooking of food. That water will be very aromatized,
Ah, yes.
very
Absolutely.
flavorful.
Absolutely.
And you put it in the soup, that unlimited things one can do.
Unlimited. Now, I'm going to remind our viewers that we have just a few more minutes to ask Manjit Singh ji some more questions. So do put your questions up. In the meantime, Varsha has a question that she says when we
Yeah.
talk about creating less wastage of food, it's easier to do it at home. But when we talk about it at restaurants and hotels, we tend to create a lot of food wastage. What's your take on that?
Chefs are becoming aware,
Okay.
mentoring is happening, education is playing a very important role, and you will find slowly it will be taken care of.
Achha.
Change is coming.
Yes, change is coming.
Change is coming.
Change is coming.
And it's
See,
much
this.
more healthier. Like, in
Yeah.
Shimla Mirch, people cut Shimla Mirch and throw the bunch of seeds inside that
Yeah, the seeds. Yes,
mass, white
or
mass, throw it out. It's
yeah.
more tastier. Put that, cut it in the Shimla Mirch, and you see how tasty it is. Give different texture, different. It's very good.
Yes, yes. Now, I wanted to ask. Lately, there's been a no WhatsApp streams around the internet about Kalonji being something that can
Yeah,
tackle coronavirus. Any
yeah.
truth in that?
No, I don't. I'm not a medicine practitioner, but
हाँ जी,
kalonji is very good.
हाँ जी,
Kalonji must be eaten,
हाँ
and
जी,
we eat kalonji in many forms. Every pickle we put kalonji, like in a
yes,
commercially, every naan has a kalonji on top.
yes,
So kalonji is put. Otherwise, also in many dishes, to as a temple. Kalonji
yes,
one must eat.
yes,
I don't know Corona will care or not, but kalonji one must eat as a system. It's very
ab-
the essential oil of Kalonji is very, very healthy.
absolutely,
These are the very strong in micronutrients and to
right.
improve your or increase your immunity.
Yes, yes. No, thank you very much.
So,
Manjit Singh ji, we are at the bottom of the hour now. We have had so much to learn from you. And I think my biggest takeaway was let's use every part of the food because it has its own nutritional properties
absolutely.
and we must not create waste. For the viewers on the
No.
side, I would love for you guys to put your comments as well and tell us about what did you love most about Manjit Singh ji's chef Manjit Singh ji's talk today. And the second thing I loved is you told us that in Dal Bukhara, they do not put an additional smoked flavor. That is the
No.
flavor of the dish. That is very fascinating to me because I always thought that the smoky flavor
No.
was added in. And that's
No, no,
one.
there is no smoky flavor added. No, no,
Yeah.
I also must, incidentally, I'm in a Himachal and myself visiting a Baba
Hanji,
resort. And
Hanji.
without their help, I would have not been able to talk to you. I must thank
Ah,
you, the Baba resort in
yes.
Dharampur. It was very good and really enjoyed having this program in
Uh,
the Baba resorts.
Thank you very much for your time. And I'm just going to take a moment and tell our viewers a little bit more about you because many of them joined in a little late. But you are the president of the Indian Federation of Culinary Associations, and you got
Yeah.
you got to us as India to be a member of the World Association of Chef Societies. Thank you for that because under your leadership, the Chef and Child program was started, and now it's an annual event. And I'm so glad to hear that you're a board member of so many institutes, and you were key to creating restaurants that we know and love of like Bukhara and Dampakht and Kebab and Curry and Dakshin and Royal Vega and so many more. And congratulations again for that lifetime achievement award you won from the Ministry of Tourism. I believe that was a while ago, but this
Yeah,
Punjab Gold Award you
I
won
don't remember.
just a few years
Yeah.
ago. Thank
Awards
you.
are not that important, they keep coming, but
Hanji.
the important is to learn and share with people whatever
No,
your
no,
subject is. That gives much
absolutely.
more happiness and
Absolutely.
fascination.
And thank you from all of us. And Varsha has just said that she's had an amazing session, and thanks in advance for all the information about the food and the logic you've told us about it. No, really, thank you very much for your time. We know your time is always valuable. You have so many other
No,
things
no,
to do.
thank you very much.
The time to
Thank
talk
you.
to us. It's been a
Thank you
pleasure.
very much. Thank you
Absolutely.
for. Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye
much.
bye.
It's been a pleasure. Let me thank you again, and let me tell all our viewers about Seek Talks and what Seek Talks is all about. And it's so glad we were so glad to have you. Now, Seek Talks is a platform and initiative by the Sikh Chamber of Commerce and Samir Singh. Now, Sikh Talks is a platform of learning, motivation, and inspiration, and it's all about the human values of growth, scale, and global impact. And in this platform, we bring forth icons just like Chef Manjit Singh Ji and achievers and other change makers from diverse backgrounds to facilitate the learning that we're getting through the listening and engagement with our speakers. Now, because it's a new age platform, it's a digital platform, and we're mainly focused on digital and online events. So, thank you for joining us. We're going to have this whole week packed with tremendous people coming on Sikh Talks. And you've made this a great session. Sorry about the technical difficulty. Our streaming service kept giving me a message that we apologize for the error in streaming, but I think after the 5 minute, 10 minute mark, it started going very smoothly. And once again, thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Chef Manjit Singh Ji. We'll catch you again next time. I'm Gulraj Singh Shahpuri, and it's been a pleasure to have you with us.